What's up, truck enthusiasts across America? Welcome back to Truck Titans USA, your ultimate destination for diving deep into the wildest, baddest, and most over-the-top rigs tearing up the highways and show circuits from coast to coast. I'm your host, Jake the Hauler Thompson, a lifelong gearhead who's logged more miles on I-80 than most folks have on their daily commute. Today, we've got something that's not just a truck. It's a legend in the making, straight out of a Lovecraftian nightmare, or perhaps a high-octane dream for any custom truck lover. Behold, the Kraken Unleashed. This ain't your grandpa's old Peterbilt or a run-of-the-mill Freightliner. This is a custom Scania semi-truck that's been morphed into a tentacle terror on wheels, blending European precision with that bold, unapologetic American-style excess we all love. If you're into monster trucks, sci-fi vibes, custom builds that turn heads at every truck stop, or just pure mechanical artistry, then buckle up tight because we're about to embark on a full, in-depth review. We'll cover everything from the jaw-dropping exterior design to the roaring engine under that sculpted hood, the luxurious cabin that feels like a five-star hotel on the move, real-world performance specs, the pros and cons for everyday haulers and show enthusiasts alike, and even why this beast could be the ultimate showstopper at major events like the Mid-America Trucking Show in Louisville, Kentucky, or the SEMA Show in Las Vegas. We'll also touch on how it stacks up against American icons like the Kenworth W900 or International Lone Star, and what it means for the future of custom trucking in the USA. By the end of this, you'll know if this Kraken is worth unleashing on your fleet or garage. Let's roll out and dive in. First things first, let's set the stage with the origins and backstory of this magnificent machine. The Kraken Unleashed is built on the foundation of a Scania R-Series cab-over engine, COE, semi-truck, a model that's hugely popular in Europe for its efficiency and durability. Scania, a Swedish manufacturer under the Volkswagen truck and bus umbrella, has been producing top-tier heavy-duty vehicles since 1891, but this custom version takes it to another level. From what I can gather, this rig has been customized by a master builder, perhaps inspired by European legends like Svempa Bergendahl from Sweden or similar artists, who transform ordinary trucks into rolling masterpieces of art and engineering. But don't let the European roots fool you, USA folks. This truck embodies the American spirit of bigger, bolder, and more badass. It's like taking a Volvo or MAN and infusing it with the soul of a chopped Harley-Davidson or a monster truck from Gravedigger fame. In the image we're reviewing, the truck is parked at what looks like a massive outdoor truck expo. Think something like the Truckfest in the UK or our own great American trucking show in Dallas, Texas, with clear blue skies overhead and other rigs lined up in the background, creating that vibrant, community-driven atmosphere. The overall dimensions are impressive. I'd estimate the cab and trailer combo stretches about 60 to 70 feet long, making it a true 18-wheeler setup compliant with US DOT length limits for interstate travel. Weight-wise, a stock Scania R-Series tips the scales at around 18,000 to 20,000 pounds empty, but with all these custom modifications, the sculpted bodywork, added chrome, and thematic elements, it could easily push closer to 25,000 pounds. That's before you load up the trailer with freight. Built for both show and some go, this isn't just a static display. It's designed to haul, though its primary role is turning heads at events across states like California, Florida, or even the heartland in Iowa. Now, let's zoom in on the exterior. Oh man, this is where the Kraken truly comes alive, and it's a feast for the eyes. The color scheme is a pristine, glossy white base that's so clean it reflects the sky like a mirror, accented with intricate swirling blue airbrush patterns that evoke crashing ocean waves, alien tendrils, or perhaps the mythical Kraken's inky depths. These aren't cheap decals. They're hand-painted details with shading and gradients that add incredible depth, making the truck's skin appear almost alive and rippling under the sunlight. The cab itself is elongated and aerodynamic, optimized for fuel efficiency on long hauls. But the real showstopper is the front end. That grille? It's masterfully sculpted into a massive, menacing monster face with jagged, ivory-white fangs protruding like they're ready to devour any slow-moving traffic in the fast lane on the I-5 through Los Angeles. The eyes of this beast are piercing blue LED strips that glow with an otherworldly intensity, perfect for nighttime visibility or adding that eerie vibe at dusk truck meets. And then, there are the tentacles, actual chrome-plated, curling appendages sprouting from the hood, roof, and sides, twisting and coiling as if the truck is a living creature from the deep sea. These aren't mere decorations. Some cleverly double as functional elements, like exhaust stacks that belch smoke dramatically or air intakes that feed the engine's hungry turbos. Chrome is abundant everywhere, on the oversized side mirrors, the reinforced bumpers, the wheel hubs, and even the custom horns atop the cab. It's all polished to a flawless mirror finish, catching every ray of light and demanding attention. Speaking of wheels, they're massive 24.5-inch alloy rims. Think something from Alcoa or similar high-end suppliers, wrapped in premium low-profile tires, likely Michelin X-Line Energy or Goodyear Endurance models, providing the perfect balance of grip, durability, and style for highway cruising or show posing. The side skirts are extended with aerodynamic fins that reduce drag, and there's subtle LED underglow in blue hues that pulses rhythmically, ideal for illuminating the rig at night events like the Chrome and Class Truck Show in Wildwood, New Jersey. The bodywork overall is flawless, with no visible seams, bubbles, or imperfections in the paint, a testament to professional craftsmanship that could cost upwards of $50,000 just for the exterior mods. Moving rearward, the trailer is a matching plain white dry van, sleek and unassuming at first glance, but customized to harmonize with the cab. It features company name in bold, magenta-purple lettering on the side, which adds a professional touch, suggesting this could be for a fictional or real logistics firm. The trailer has tandem axles with air suspension for a buttery smooth ride over bumpy roads, like those in the Rocky Mountains, and the rear doors appear reinforced for secure heavy hauls, perhaps up to 45,000 pounds of payload to stay under U.S. gross vehicle weight ratings. Aerodynamic roof fairings and side extenders tie the whole package together, improving fuel economy by up to 5 to 10% on long trips from New York to Seattle. Overall, the exterior design scores a perfect 10 out of 10 for creativity and execution. It's luxurious in a wildly unconventional way. Imagine a high-end yacht crossed with a horror movie prop, all wrapped in trucking functionality. If you're an owner-operator hauling freight across the Midwest or displaying at the Iowa 80 Truck Stop's annual Jamboree, this rig would make every rest area, way station, and parking lot an impromptu photo opportunity, drawing crowds and sparking conversations. Alright, gearheads, let's pop the hood, and in this case, it's already wide open in the image, inviting us to marvel at the mechanical heart of the beast. Underneath that sculpted, tentacle-adorned exterior lies Scania's signature D16 V8 diesel engine, a powerhouse that's likely been tuned for maximum performance. In stock form, this mill delivers around 730 horsepower and a staggering 2,500 lb-ft of torque. That's enough raw power to pull a fully loaded trailer up the steep grades of Donner Pass in California or accelerate past traffic on the flat stretches of the Texas Panhandle like it's nothing. But with custom tweaks visible here, such as upgraded turbos and possibly a remapped ECU, I wouldn't be surprised if it's pushing closer to 800 horsepower, making it a true torque monster. Visually, the engine bay is a mechanic's paradise. Chrome-plated valve covers that shine like jewelry, purple accents on the coolant reservoir to tie in with the trailer's lettering, and an intricate maze of polished stainless steel pipes, high-pressure fuel lines, and braided hoses that scream high performance. Twin turbochargers are prominently featured, with large intercoolers to keep things cool under heavy load, and the oversized air filter housing, probably a high-flow unit from Kraken or AFE, ensures the engine breathes easy for optimal efficiency. Everything is wired neatly with custom looms and heat-shielded components, avoiding the typical rat's nest of wires you see in lesser builds. There's even custom badging and engravings that add to the thematic flair, like subtle Kraken motifs etched into the block. Technologically, Scania engines are ahead of the curve with their SCR, selective catalytic reduction, system, which uses DEF, diesel exhaust fluid, to slash NOx emissions and meets stringent EPA Tier 4 final standards here in the US. Crucial for operating legally in states like California with their CARB regulations. Fuel efficiency is respectable for a beast like this. Expect around 6 to 7 miles per gallon on the highway unloaded, dipping to 5 miles per gallon when fully laden. But that's par for heavy-duty semis. The transmission paired with this is likely Scania's 12-speed Opticruise automated manual, which shifts smoother than a hot knife through butter, reducing driver fatigue on long hauls from Miami to Portland. Noise levels? That deep V8 growl emanating from those tentacle-shaped exhaust stacks would wake the dead, or summon the Kraken itself. But inside the cab, soundproofing keeps it manageable. Maintenance considerations are key for US owners. Scania has a growing dealer network stateside, with parts available through places like the Scania USA headquarters in San Antonio, Texas, but custom components might require shipping from Europe or a specialist shop. Service intervals are generous, up to 60,000 miles for oil changes with synthetic fluids, making it reliable for fleet operations. If you're comparing to American engines like the Cummins X15 or Detroit DD16, the Scania holds its own in power and efficiency, but with a smoother, more refined operation that feels premium. Now, let's step inside the cabin. Although the image doesn't give us a direct view, based on Scania's high-end models and similar custom builds, I can paint a vivid picture of what awaits. Entering through the wide-opening doors, likely with power steps for easy access, you're greeted by a spacious sleeper cab that's more akin to a luxury RV or a high-roller suite in a Vegas hotel than a standard truck interior. The seats are upholstered in premium white and blue leather to echo the exterior, complete with heating, ventilation, and massage functions, essential for those marathon drives across the Great Plains or through the Appalachian Mountains. Dashboard is a masterpiece of ergonomics, wrapped in soft-touch materials with genuine wood grain accents or carbon fiber inserts for that upscale feel. At the center is a massive digital instrument cluster, displaying vital stats like turbo boost, fuel economy, tire pressure, and even integrated telematics for fleet tracking via systems like Scania Fleet Management, which is compatible with US apps for real-time data. The infotainment system? A crystal-clear 12-inch touchscreen supporting Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, satellite radio from SiriusXM, and navigation software optimized for truck-specific routes, avoiding low bridges, weight-restricted zones, and toll roads to save time and money on trips from Chicago to Atlanta. Behind the front seats lies the full sleeper berth. A queen-size bed with memory foam mattress, high thread count linens, and blackout curtains for restful sleep during mandated HOS hours of service breaks. Amenities abound. A built-in mini fridge for keeping sodas cold, a microwave for quick meals, a coffee maker, and even a flat-screen TV mounted for streaming Netflix or watching the big game while parked at a Love's Travel stop. Storage is plentiful. Overhead compartments for gear, underbunk drawers for clothes, and side pockets for tools. Ambient LED lighting strips sync with the exterior glow, creating a customizable atmosphere. Blue for calm nights or red for high-energy vibes. Safety features are comprehensive, aligning with FMCSA, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, standards. Lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control with radar sensors, automatic emergency braking, and blind spot monitoring to navigate busy highways like I-95 safely. For the USA market, it's fully compliant with ELD, electronic logging device, requirements, ensuring no headaches during DOT inspections. Comfort rating? A solid 9.5 out of 10. It's like piloting a rolling penthouse, but with subtle monster-themed touches, perhaps airbrushed panels inside depicting underwater scenes or tentacle motifs on the headliner. Time to talk performance. How does the Kraken Unleashed actually handle on the open road? Starting with aerodynamics, the sculpted cab and side fairings slice through wind resistance, like a shark through water, potentially boosting fuel efficiency by 10 to 15% compared to boxier American classics. Acceleration from a standstill to 60 miles per hour. For a semi this size, it's remarkably quick, around 20 to 25 seconds when unloaded, thanks to that torque curve that kicks in low and hard. Perfect for merging onto freeways in heavy traffic areas like Houston or Phoenix. Loaded with 80,000 pounds GVWR, it'll still pull strong, conquering hills in the Sierra Nevada without downshifting excessively. Handling is where Scania shines. The air ride suspension system absorbs shocks from potholes on urban streets or rough patches on rural routes, like US 50 through Nevada, while the wide track axles and stability control keep it planted in corners or during evasive maneuvers. Those premium tires provide exceptional grip in wet conditions, say during Florida rains or Pacific Northwest drizzle, and the steering is precise with minimal play, feeling more like a luxury sedan than a big rig. Braking performance is elite, with ventilated disc brakes on all wheels, ABS, and electronic brake distribution ensuring short stopping distances even in emergencies, crucial for safety on crowded interstates. Off-road capabilities? This isn't a dedicated mudslinger like a Unimog, but for light show duties or gravel lots at events, the high ground clearance and robust chassis would handle it with ease. Fuel tank capacity comes in dual 150-gallon sets, offering a range of over 1,000 miles between fills at stations like Pilot or Flying J. Top speed is electronically governed at 75 miles per hour for safety and compliance, but in unrestricted scenarios, it'd comfortably cruise at 80 to 90 miles per hour. In real-world USA applications, this rig would excel in long-distance freight hauling, such as produce from California's Central Valley to East Coast markets, all while drawing envious glances at every checkpoint. Potential drawbacks in performance? The added protrusions like tentacles might increase wind noise at highway speeds or slightly affect aerodynamics, and visibility could be marginally reduced by the sculpted hood, though modern cameras and sensors mitigate that. Overall, it's a performer that's as practical as it is flashy. Let's break down the pros and cons for our American audience. Pros first. Unmatched style and presence. This truck is an instant conversation starter, whether at the Mid-America Trucking Show or a local cruise-in. The powerful, reliable Scania engine delivers torque for days, making heavy hauls a breeze. The luxurious interior prioritizes driver comfort, reducing fatigue and boosting productivity on those 11-hour driving days under HOS rules. Custom features add exclusivity. Owning this would make you the envy of truck clubs from the Truckers Jamboree in Walcott, Iowa, to custom shops in Tennessee. Plus, it's eco-friendly with low emissions, appealing to fleets aiming for sustainability credits or green incentives in states like Oregon. On the con side, cost is a big one. A base Scania R Series starts around $150,000 to $180,000 in the US. But with these extensive customs, you're looking at $300,000 to $500,000 easily, not including ongoing tweaks. Maintenance on the specialized mods could be pricey, with parts potentially needing import from Europe, leading to downtime that hurts owner-operators. Fuel economy, while good for its class, won't match lighter-duty pickups, impacting bottom lines for budget-conscious haulers. Practicality takes a hit too. Those dramatic fangs and tentacles might snag on low-hanging obstacles at loading docks or in tight urban maneuvers. And insurance premiums? Expect them to skyrocket due to the one-of-a-kind nature, possibly doubling standard rates from providers like Progressive or State Farm. Resale value could be niche, appealing only to collectors rather than mainstream buyers. Wrapping this epic review up, the Kraken Unleashed is more than a truck. It's a masterpiece of custom engineering, blending Scania's European heritage with the monstrous, larger-than-life flair that defines American trucking culture. Whether you're a solo driver dreaming of the ultimate rig, a fleet manager looking to stand out, or a show enthusiast ready to dominate competitions, this beast delivers on style, power, and luxury. Final score: 9.5 out of 10. It loses half a point only for the practicality trade-offs, but gains it back in sheer wow factor. If this has you fired up, hit that like button if you'd love to drive the Kraken. Smash subscribe for more deep dive reviews on everything from classic Mack Bulldogs to futuristic Tesla semis. And drop a comment below. What's the wildest custom truck you've ever seen or owned? Share your stories from the road. Thanks for joining me on Read Titans USA. Remember, keep on trucking, stay safe out there, and may your miles be many and your breakdowns few. Until next time, Jake out.